Hit it.
And welcome into the company. Oh man, I forgot to switch my audio over. But welcome into the company. I'm B. B Lenny. We got Izzo. Got that damn Sosa. Got J Dean in here, and got Rich. We got everybody. And that's everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think we were missing 2 people last week.
Freaking fantastic.
Hey, that means y'all had lots of shit to say.
What do you mean?
You don't got us segregated in here today. Normally, you got me and Sosa on the bottom together.
I guess a piece.
What?
What just
I'm
happened?
only assuming. He didn't answer.
What'd you say? I didn't hear you.
I don't think.
I don't know what he's doing over there.
Judo
Sosa
talk
just
to me.
started drinking again. That's
Hey, con ganas, güey.
At some point, we're gonna start the show. I swear. I promise you. We're gonna
Jason, you drinking too? By the way,
huh? What'd you say?
Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So anyway, welcome into the company. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. I don't know how everybody celebrates or what their religion is, but it was Easter Sunday.
Muslims don't celebrate that.
Anybody in here Muslim?
No.
There you go.
You know why?
So hopefully you all watched church or however you did it. I think some churches did the whole drive-up service.
What the fuck is that?
It's like a drive-through, but for church. I mean, like a drive-through movie. Like you sit in your car and you listen.
Here's your hymnal. Here's your hymnal.
You drive up to the church.
Yeah, you sit in
Give me
your
your
car.
money.
And I think they broadcast on some
On the
station.
FM. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
this is a
everybody.
drive-in movie,
yeah, but that's for church.
so you can get head in the car while you listening to church. That's great.
Yeah.
We've been talking about the whole. We've been talking about the whole adaptation thing the whole time. So this is how churches adapted. They do drive-up services now.
Gotta do something to get that money.
I mean, most of them are just broadcasting on
Making a
social
point
media, like Facebook Live, and
Yeah, a
stuff
lot of
like
them are. A whole lot of them are. There are a few churches that are doing a drive-up sermons and whatever you want to call it.
Drive by.
There's, people just as far as Christians go, there are people who can't take the word unless they leave the house and go someplace. So
yeah, right.
Appreciate those folk.
Wait, say what? Let's appreciate those folk.
Satiate. That's to satiate those folk to make them happy. To please them. Whoa!
You just said you didn't know. What
No, because they'll be the first ones
really
to like
did.
put it in God's hands. Yes, put it in God's hands, but don't put yourself out there to be in danger, dummy.
You can love Jesus, just don't rush.
Right, you can love Jesus from over there.
But is that still dangerous though? Doing the drive-up sermons and services?
I mean, if you put yourself out there, yeah.
Well, no, if you're sitting in the car and don't get out and not communion or giving tithes, yeah, I think that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Cash app it.
Right, Pastor, I'm gonna cash app that shit to you. Bet.
I don't think you should say I'm gonna cash out that shit for you. I mean, that's perfect.
Those was pastors like, I appreciate that shit, homie.
Right.
Cash app that shit tonight.
Oh my god.
We going to the
Mm-hmm. PayPal.me.
You can tell a pastor you about to send your tithes in besides saying I'm gonna cash out that shit. I don't think you should.
Yeah, cash app that shit. Hey man,
That's just me. That's just
I
me.
bet you he'll take that shit.
He's gonna be like,
I can see you at Gates like talking to Peter, and Peter opened the book like on April so and so. Did you say I'm a cash app that shit to you?
I
Was that
sure
you?
fuck did,
It
sir.
was the Johnny Walker double.
I mean,
black,
but
sir.
that's a man-made word,
Wait, you was
right?
drinking in your car.
So Peter's probably gonna be like,
Yeah.
you're gonna cash out that what? What's that word? I don't know what that is.
Cash
Oh,
app is
they
that
know the
shit too. So
I say it's all part of the English language. It's all good. They've updated, I'm sure.
You think they got like a
Haven't updated.
Yeah, I'm sure.
when Shakespeare wrote King James Version, they didn't have none of the words we using. So I think we're good.
He just said,
We just lost all the Christians. Did he say shit?
No, that's the rumor. That's the conspiracy
Oh,
theory.
the rumor.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
it would not
conspiracy,
shock
I
me.
thought two people leave just now when you said that. Like, nope. Easter was yesterday. I'm not fucking with you.
I'm resurrected.
Damn heathen.
Yeah,
Y'all don't understand what reality hit different when you're sober all the time.
Well, I mean, welcome to the majority of our world. So
Fuck that.
most of us are sober the majority of the
I'd
time.
rather be drunk.
Is today your first day off of the Lent commitment?
No, I got fucked up yesterday.
Oh,
Straight.
you didn't wait, did you?
I mean,
No.
like on Easter Sunday.
What time did you start? I guess that's the question I want to know.
So my plan was to start at 10, but I got up late.
It's like
I came home.
what we for breakfast.
Fuck breakfast. At that point, I ate the leftover pizza and started making my mac and cheese. And then I cracked open the bottle. And that was about 11:30.
Wait, you cracked open the Bible or the bottle?
Both.
Oh.
Johnny
He had the
Walker
Bible in
Black
one hand and the bottle in the other.
Uh-oh.
and the Bible. And I got the study Bible so I can write in it when I see certain things that I like, whatever. Anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, about 11:30.
Oh, so you was drunk cooking.
Yes. Oh man, I seasoned the shit
And
out that
spitting
mac and
scripture.
cheese. Fuck. That was too much.
In
too
the
much.
book of Isaiah.
But anyway, so happy belated Easter. I guess that's how you say it.
No, you just say too late, motherfucker. It's Monday.
Okay. So no happy.
God.
I did get some half off cooking today.
And moving on.
I don't know if this is gonna sit too well with my father.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
We'll see.
This
Is he listening? I'm
where
sorry.
We get persecuted.
Hey, when you said that about your father, I was thinking about that post you shared earlier today. but anyway, remember what you said you were talking about earlier about the what was it? The guy whose dad basically shut out his whole Facebook post.
Oh, yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah. That's one thing that is kind of that's kind of bothering me. It's like with everything going on and with everything this dude is saying at his on the podium, behind the podium, or whatever you want to say, his press conferences, he is strengthening people's resolve and their belief in him. And I don't think he's said anything worth a damn yet.
But he hasn't. What has he said that was worth a damn ever? The Mexicans still ain't paid for that fucking wall.
Mm-hmm.
Today he said the president's word is absolute.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Meanwhile, 4 years ago, he was fucking talking shit to Obama.
Right.
But
I mean, he's still talking shit to Obama.
what?
Mhm.
Well, he's not the
He
president
ain't
right
left
now.
Obama and Clinton alone.
Oh no.
Can you hear everything? Hold up, Izzo. Can you hear?
Yeah, I hear
Okay.
Jason. Is Richard talking?
Yeah, well, I haven't said anything yet, but now I did.
No, now I don't hear Richard. So now I hear Jason, but no Richard.
Can you hear me?
Oh, we always hear you.
Okay.
So I would have heard you. It wasn't in the mic.
I still want to know what you said to me earlier because I asked you like what you said like 5 times. I have no idea what you said.
I don't remember now because I
Okay.
didn't know you responded.
Mhm.
That's
You
what
thought I was
happens
just
when you-
rude to you, bro?
That's what happened when you
That-
smoke drugs, kids.
Oh my god.
All right, so we're entering what third, fourth week of quarantine and being in the house.
Fourth, be my guest.
Is the 4th week at this point? People are getting bored. Like the movies, the video games, the snacks are gone. Everything is just kind of getting redundant and aggravating. And I think this is when we're entering the dangerous part of this whole thing because people are just kind of sick of the whole thing. What are you guys doing to, I don't even say maintain your sanity because we still have all the creature comforts we started out with.
Right. So what the
Yeah.
fuck?
I mean, I was fine until I lost power due to these tornadoes and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a horrible storm last night, apparently.
Yeah.
That's
I was
different
trying to
though.
work out.
That,
I
right.
mean, I'm not saying that that's like this nothing to shake a stick at, but that's different from where we are now. You can literally do everything you want from your house.
I was
Yeah.
like, you know what's funny? While we're talking about that, I was listening to the Joe Rogan, and they said something like, if this quarantine shit happened in the 90s, we'd be fucked.
Oh yeah,
Bruh.
Can you imagine?
Blockbuster be making a killing. You'd be a line outside of
Oh,
Blockbuster.
that's exactly what they said. It was like
Oh,
Blockbuster
really?
would be sold out every day.
Listen,
Oh,
that would actually started a lot of riots. Because
fuck, man.
back
How
then,
about
Blockbuster
Nintendo
was the
socks for
shit.
Game Boys. Oh,
Mhm.
Mhm.
For your
Oh
movies,
my
for your
God.
games, for
Hey, to be honest
everything.
with
You
you,
go to
if this
Blockbuster and
happened-
you just put in a few, like you get 2 movies and 2 games, and you were set for the weekend.
If this happened in the 90s, they would have made enough money to survive up until now. Like we would have still had
If Blockbuster would have been king.
Hollywood Video, Finkley's, all that would have still been around. I don't know if y'all know what Finkley's.
Man.
Nah.
Finkley's.
Now, what is
We had,
Finkley?
That must be
Finkley's
some
movie.
PD shit.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
it's a PD shit.
Oh,
But,
wow.
Somebody would have killed some people over spades.
Mm.
If that
Or
had happened,
domino,
In the
That's-
night.
or domino, or fuck it, or even Monopoly.
Ooh,
It's
The Monopoly gets
gets
real.
serious,
oh man.
Right.
famous
Fucking
last
shoot
words.
it out. Yup.
Famous last words. Hey, listen. Famous last words before anybody got killed in a spades tournament is, "Did you just cut me?"
Cut me.
Hey.
Nah, nigga, I just
or either same team, bro. Same team.
Just rename.
Hey, man.
What's up,
Mm.
Brock? My
Come
bad.
on.
I see my boy Brock's watching.
Oh, what's going on,
Okay.
bro?
I can't see
Yeah,
nothing.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I don't see him in here. You must have did another party. Watch
No,
party.
I stopped doing the party because you couldn't put the comments up and you cried. So I said, all right, I won't do it no more.
Ooh.
Okay.
What childish story?
All right. But yeah, I think a lot of things are blown out. I'm not gonna say blown out of proportion, but we do still have all our creature comforts and we can still come to as we please. But it is working on some people that they can't do what they want.
I think I think when you rephrase that statement, you like blow it out of proportion. I think people are misunderstanding that it's not saying that our response is blown out of proportion. It's the fact that you're thinking that life is hard because you can't go to Starbucks and sit in the
First
coffee
world
shop.
problems.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's not considered like hard.
So you
You're
think
good,
this kind of revealing how spoiled we are in this country?
right?
It is. You
'Cause
have
I don't think anybody really panics until you take away their options.
It really and let's be honest, we really haven't lost a whole lot. Like
what the fuck have we lost?
Right.
It's close to summertime, so yeah, everybody
So
wants to
many
be
days
out.
from home.
I mean, I want to hang out with my boys
Yeah.
and get fucked up and talk some shit, but
We can do that here.
right. Which, yeah.
Hey, same. How can you get punched in your shoulder by Sosa?
That's
I'll come by.
gotta maintain that 6 feet, dog.
Then I break out a baseball bat on you.
I got a good jab. I'm good.
I see you there.
I'll keep you at the end of my jab.
All you gotta do is tie a cinder block to a rope, and every time you think about it, just pull that rope so it can slap you in the shoulder. Same thing, man. But yeah, I mean, the only thing is really stopping is we can't go anywhere. Everybody's closed. Every social area is closed.
Right.
As far as
Everything.
bars and restaurants and pool halls and gyms and things like that, those are closed. So that's the only real change, but it is kind of aggravating. It is frustrating. Not gonna lie.
The funny
I
thing is,
mean-
we're still not really on lockdown.
Right.
No.
Places are closed, but we can congregate at a parking lot if we really wanted to.
They'll break it up. That's when the cops are supposed to step in and break.
That's
it.
why
Right.
you stand 50 feet over there. You stand 50 feet over there.
Listen, I went to a restaurant that sells alcohol the other day, and it was a curbside. I ordered it and picked it up. The entire back part of the parking lot, so the front part by the door was all curbside. The entire back part was just 2 people standing per parking space at a distance, every single one of them. And the servers was bringing them drinks, and it was like, yeah, I need another one of these. And the servers just run in and bring it to them. All they did was take it outside and space out.
That's
Wow.
it.
It's social interaction. I don't think people do understand that. In some sense.
Mhm.
People are full of shit. Cause like I feel for the high school and college seniors. I'm sorry. we're all complaining about this, and that's who I feel for.
Right.
Yeah.
And for some people, because they're dumb, high school is the pinnacle.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's downhill from there because they ain't shit.
Dumb.
But then other people is like,
I
I mean-
understand what he's saying. Let him finish.
I get what he's saying.
oh, did I say it wrong?
No,
Did I say
you
Spanish?
said it right.
man.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that's
I
right.
You dropped the bar right there.
It was
Oh.
just a little heavy for most people.
Right.
Okay. Well, I mean, whatever. So, but with college, because they don't know, because most kids don't know that.
Yeah.
Like one of my friend's daughters is graduating high school this year. She's in the Atlanta area, but she doesn't understand it. This is like graduating kindergarten because you're meant for better things. So you're going to get your college degree, and I'm sure this young woman's going to get her master's. So, high school, big fucking deal. Prom, of course, big deal, but it is a big deal. But graduating high school, like how many of y'all really got your high school rings?
It's in the box. I got
My
college
shit been
ring.
lost
I
20
wear
years
my-
ago.
Yeah,
I
wear
got
my
mine.
I
college
went
ring.
about to pay $600 to Jostens
Right.
ring.
But your college ring, if you have one, that's more important than your high school ring.
Yeah, I got
Agreed.
one.
So
Yep,
just
I have one of
don't know.
those.
But I do feel
It
sorry
is.
for
I
the
love
high
to
school
wear it all the time.
seniors. I do feel sorry for high
Yeah.
school and college.
And I
seniors.
understand what you're saying, that not that people are dumb, but the ones who peaked in high school don't have that
Yup.
chance
Right.
to graduate.
Well, I mean,
So
but
now
not
they
only
gotta
that,
figure
but not only that, but even for the ones that didn't peak in high school, I mean, like your senior trip, your prom,
Yeah.
graduation day, that stuff's big.
Those are milestones.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah,
it's
that's
personal
a
for
fact.
everybody.
And then the ones who played sports, the ones who done gave up their middle school
Oh.
career, their high school career, and then they can't even perform as a senior.
Yep.
So that's detrimental. That's tough.
Yeah, senior night is big
Basketball
for like those
people
dudes that on the
and
bench
track.
that suck. Yeah, that senior night's big.
Yeah, what Izzo was just saying, basketball and track. I mean, think about the Lady Gamecocks. I mean, like you
Oh,
on
and
your
then
way
them.
to a championship,
Right.
and sorry.
You know what's crazy? Like they're ranked number one when it ended. Ranked number one in the final poll. Got two people as All-Americans. One is like All SEC Player of the Year, freshman and regular. And I'm like, nothing.
Wow.
Right.
Like,
But
Very championship.
the NCAA
real.
fucks up a lot, but at least they gave them their eligibility for next year. So if they wanted to come back, they can.
Yeah. In women's sports, I could definitely probably see that because honestly, they can get a year of grad school under their belt too.
Mm-hmm.
So I would.
So you'd come back for that year?
Where
I can't
it's
hear
not really.
I don't know.
Oh,
I hear you
If
now.
I'm
Go
in a
ahead.
sport, if I'm in a sport that's not really lucrative, like women's basketball is getting there, but it's gonna be a while. Like, let's say I play tennis, but if you're not a tennis prodigy, you're not going on to play
no.
tennis at Wimbledon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'd take that
Mhm.
extra year, play some more, and
Right.
get another degree and let them pay for it. Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Or at least get another free year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey,
And,
I
and
definitely
enjoy
would.
college. Why not?
I would.
Mhm.
I
The
wonder if
only way I
anybody's
wouldn't is if I
explaining-
had like the professional, like something on the line. You know, like if I was going
Something
directly into
that's
the NFL,
something
the
that's gonna throw
NBA.
6 figures at my face or
WNBA.
7.
That's right.
I'm out. Yep. Mhm.
Yeah.
So you think they're explaining these kids? They're explaining these options to the kids?
No.
If the
Well, just
coaches are worth the shit, yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on what kind of. If people don't a lot of people they'll tell you. A lot of people don't understand. Like you go there to go to the league, but it comes by the point about your sophomore year, you're gonna understand like you ain't going nowhere unless something majorly changed in front of you.
Right.
Right.
Mhm.
So by your senior year, you should know your 5th year or your 4th year, whatever year it is. If you redshirt, you should know. And if you don't, I'm sorry for you. That's all.
You know-
you should know.
You should, but there's always that yes man in your ear talking about, yeah, you should declare for the draft. Motherfucker, you suck.
Most schools will let you know ahead of time to where
Right.
like
Mhm.
they help you get evaluated now. And I don't know so much of the NBA, but NFL, like they let you get evaluated. With
Yeah.
eligibility. So you'll know there's no way around it. So if you that super like, well, I was projected not to get drafted, but I can make it. Nah, you dumb. I'm gonna say the N-word, but I'm trying not to.
I appreciate your
Take it back. Take it back.
Thank you for holding on to that one.
Yeah, well, I guess it's gonna be these kids' first adult decision. Do you go ahead with your life, maybe join the military, do something else, or do you just go back and try to do something with your athletic career?
Yeah, join the military. We got free health care.
A lot of those players, man, you make good relationships. Shoot, you become a coach like that, as long as you maintain good relationships. There's so many coaching positions out here, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be awesome if they could do it, because they seem, especially Lady Gamecocks, like they seem to be super tight, like as a unit, you know. So if they came together as a family and like decided it together, and everybody's like, "Yo, we gonna come back for it. We gonna have the same exact team next season." You know what I mean, that'd be dope.
But is that fair though?
How is it not fair?
I mean,
why is it not fair?
The same exact. Listen to me. I'm saying they're gonna have the same exact team. That means somebody who was working hard ain't gonna play.
Fuck will.
Oh,
no,
I mean,
listen.
No.
They're gonna have the same team.
They have the same.
The seniors gonna be still seniors,
right?
And then you got the incoming freshmen,
right?
If you just happen to be at the end of the bench and a freshman is better than you, that's what college sports is.
Right, best man up, best woman up. But my point is, if that whole team came back to play together, same roles, right? But to your point, you're saying somebody just came in that was crushing it. They've been working so hard, right? Mm-hmm. That just means that their bench is going to be badass. That means they're even more unstoppable.
Yeah, that's a good point too.
You know what I mean?
It's up to the coach, who's a great coach.
Because think about injuries.
I understand what you're saying. Whole team come back. You know, that'll show camaraderie. That'll show sisterhood. That'll show that it's a great unit. But if I was on that team last year and I didn't get to play, and I improved the parts of the game that I was supposed to play, and technically I was supposed to take that team's lead
right
the next season when that person was supposed to be gone, I'm gonna be pissed if they stay.
No, because then you stay around for the next year.
What if you another year? You risk a whole another year of injuries.
I mean, but not necessarily, because all that means if you got that much better, all that means, one, you either better than one of the original starters, so you take their spot, or two, you're just as good as one of the original starters, so they swap you out more frequently and you still get playing time.
Good shit. Good shit.
If you got the right coach.
Right.
I just thought about something. How would that affect scholarship count, though?
Right. You know what though? I thought I read something about that where they said that they weren't that they were taking. I think they're taking all that in consideration, and it's not going to affect scholarship.
It doesn't hit their scholarships. Those people who opt in and say don't hit their scholarship. See my guess. That would help, because my thing, if I got incoming, would I make them take a red shirt or a quote unquote gray shirt thing?
Right.
That would be fucked up.
Because NCAA is the least progressive organization of all sports.
Because they're making money on people that should be making the money.
Yeah. So for them to say that, I'm actually happy to hear that.
Because a lot of kids should be in some type of farm system, but most of these places don't have a legit farm system except for baseball. So
yeah. Well, G League is getting better.
There's gonna be a lot of moving pieces and a lot of moving parts that gotta adjust next year.
Nobody
I would hate
in
them offices.
Nobody living right now has ever dealt with some shit like this.
Yeah.
Right.
Can you imagine that? Maybe the depression. If someone's alive during the depression.
You know, I don't know though, because I just read a story the other day about this guy this old dude that had corona and beat it, who also had the Spanish flu back in the day and beat it.
Yeah, he was like 100 and something years old.
Yeah.
They need to get his antibodies.
It may very well be that the Spanish flu gave him certain antibodies to fight this off.
That makes sense.
Right, but still, that's pretty impressive.
I just forgot he was here.
Yeah. I mean,
damn, you 120 years old, homie. I forgot you was alive.
Yeah, my man Jeffrey again.
If I get
Jeffrey, please.
Hey, you know, a lot. If you ever talk to some of them people, they'd be like, "I just want to die now. Can I just die?
A lot of
Like,
people
Call me home."
I'm ready to beat my maker.
something so much
People
love.
say, how long? People like, how long you want to live? How long you want to live? I'm like, I don't have a preference of how long I want to live. I just want to have all my faculties. Like,
Yeah.
I want to have an amazing quality of life. I don't want to sit there and have somebody change me and feed me and roll me over every time I lay on one side too long.
Right.
All that shit.
Right.
But
If I'm 100 in decent health and good mind, I'm all right with that.
mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean,
I'm fucked.
you ain't gonna be 100% perfect. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have some sort of problem,
Yeah.
but as long as it's like I can have a good quality of life and my mind is all there, then I'm cool with 100.
Yeah.
Now, if my mind starts slipping on me at 80, right, and I start forgetting my little girl or something like that, just go ahead and send me home to Jesus.
So we're talking about a Joe Biden conference.
Oh my God, dude! It's Joe Biden. Listening to him talk right now, just kick me in the nuts. Fuck.
Well,
we just kind of spitballing a bunch of topics. We kind of talking about
Everything. Fuck it.
Changes that are going to be occurring and happening with post-apocalyptic nature that we're in right now. As far as
We're not even close to that.
You can tell some people that shit.
I mean,
we might
saying,
be pre-apocalyptic based on what they're saying is going to happen with hurricane season.
Oh, here we go.
They suggesting that hurricane season is going to be on like some super amp shit.
Y'all were awake last night around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Today.
If y'all were awake around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, you'd have thought that was it.
Nope.
Bruh.
I was
It picked up
like a baby.
house off its foundation and kept the house whole and just dropped it in the middle of a road.
Jesus.
What the hell?
Yo, I'm happy that I didn't hear shit because that means when it's time for me to go, I won't know nothing.
Sosa was like,
I mean, raining on
he was hoping he was going to hit the pearly gates like, I did not drink.
You go to the pearly gates with a bottle in your hand.
Hey, Pete, you want a sip?
No, we have plenty inside.
Hey, if he says that shit, I'm be like, I confess everything right now.
Nah, they probably just got
It's too late at that point, bro.
I know.
It's way too late at that point. He's like, look, I'm just talking to you to figure out if you're going down there or staying in the middle somewhere. Like,
they probably just got refrigerators for Trulies in heaven. We all got to drink that.
Oh, so everybody in heaven's gay?
Oh man,
that was for Marcus. Sorry, that was for Marcus.
I had nothing to say.
Stop the podcast. This is over.
So
shut the whole podcast down with that one, man.
Oh man, not a comment.
Mm-mm.
Hey, I would like to say if we're still friends when I'm 80 and I'm talking like Biden, just shoot me.
No,
I mean we'll be 60.
No,
so
for real. I'm saying, you know what? You
we'll be 40, bro.
Hey,
so.
the audience, they're only 5 or 6 years younger than me.
In about 5
88.
years, you'll hit that 80 mark, and we'll be like, damn.
Don't let them lie to you, people.
Can't believe you talking like Biden.
Hey, I'm telling you, take me out like Old Yeller. Be like, hey, look. Boom. That's it.
Look at the flowers, Sosa. Look at the flowers.
Look at the flowers.
You know what is good about this whole thing with everybody having to kind of shelter in place is I think people are taking a moment to like center themselves and get themselves back focused on what they need to do.
Right.
I think everybody was running around so much trying to keep lights on, trying to keep the kids fed, all this stuff that you really lost focus on life and what made you happy.
I was about to say that. So you get really focused when you got nothing else to do to figure out the things you like to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I think we needed it. Most people were like, you know what? I really don't like half of the shit I do in this. I didn't like my job. I don't like my hobbies. I don't like my kids.
What?
I think
I don't like your cooking.
People are starting to identify with themselves. I think that's a good thing. So I think we kind of needed this. Unfortunately,
you talking about a hard reset.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so if you look at like Italy and everything, I've seen videos of people like, I can't believe, look, one week without humans, going down these trolley, whatever the little waterways are called. It's like it's clear and there's fish everywhere. And 2 weeks after, look, it's so alive. And
Mark is so full of shit.
They said dolphins was in that water.
Yeah.
You saw a dolphin where?
I'm in Italy.
In that water in Italy?
Yeah. They it's
wait.
Sorry, go ahead.
Brian, is the bed back?
No, that's a
body.
I didn't put the bed up.
Brian be stacking bodies.
But, yeah, that's what I
hey
in my house.
Hey, real quick, have y'all seen the
Go ahead.
Have y'all seen the meme where the guy said he was like, if she cook chicken Alfredo one more time, like what else can you cook? She's like, Alfredo. No, sorry,
out of a lot of the complaints I've been hearing, that's one of them. Is like, I'm tired of eating the same shit every day.
Then fuck it. Listen,
stop buying the same shit.
Age of information, if you can read, you can cook some shit on the internet.
Honestly, man,
that is true.
You don't even gotta read,
man?
right? You just put on YouTube and search stuff, and you get videos step by step.
You can experiment yourself.
There used to be. Y'all remember
actually,
Thug Kitchen?
You
Thug
can order
Kitchen
that shit these days.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
There's things that you can subscribe to. They just send you the whole thing. All you gotta do is put in the
subscription boxes. Yeah, those subscription boxes.
No, for real.
Well, they said that being that there was no basketball tournament, all this stuff. There's a surplus of chicken wings in the States now.
I can do something with that.
Places giving away chicken wings for next to nothing.
Well, it's probably the grocery stores because they said they just had too many. Usually they have like tournaments.
I'm talking about restaurants too. Stuff. They got crazy deals.
Hey, I'll take some.
So there's a surplus of chicken wings flying around the state. So I mean, that might just have to be what y'all stock up on.
Fuck it, man. I want to check out my. I want to try a new lemon pepper.
Listen,
chicken wings.
We got an air fryer. We got an air fryer, and Danielle cooked some chicken wings in that air fryer, and like double cooked them, and all just delicious. Better than any restaurant I've ever had.
Air fryer is good, bro.
I mean, delicious wings. So bring it on. I'm down.
Hey,
one of the items people have been buying the hell out of since all this started.
Hey, that air fryer, when it first came out, I was like, that shit gonna give me radiation. I don't, because people stupid and
the air.
No, man,
it was like 5G.
5G and it gives you corona and AIDS.
The air fryer is what started the whole COVID-19, by the way.
So, but
why you playing? That means I should
damn
have been had it if that's the case.
That goddamn air fryer, man, that shit's the best thing since.
I'm telling you, the wings is delicious, man. These are the best things I think I've never had better wings at a restaurant, like anything. It was delicious. So yeah, bring on the wings at cheap price. I'm down with it.
Might as well, because you ain't gonna find no damn beef nowhere.
Yeah, that's tough.
Shit.
That's tough.
You sound depressed when you said that just now.
It's upsetting. I mean, I don't want to pay $12 for a pound of beef. Who the hell is putting these prices
You can
up?
get a liver.
Ain't no fucking body buying no fucking liver.
Nobody wants liver.
Liver, gizzards, giblets.
Gizzards? Boy, you better stop.
Gizzards, giblets, whatever the fuck y'all eat.
Gizzards.
Whatever y'all eat.
I forgot.
You southern motherfuckers. There's a white dude in here, so I ain't
Jason,
talking about
you eat gizzards, right?
I mean, you know what, man?
On purpose?
My pop eats every single one of them and loves them. It's not my thing. It's not my thing.
Oh,
yeah, I don't like
it.
I
do.
I'll be the one with you.
Hot sauce, Texas Pete, Tabasco, it don't matter. Good.
And the funny thing is, Izzo ain't even country. Like Izzo's straight suburbia over here.
I love them things.
Fuck that.
Dump them out on some paper towels.
Ew.
Hey, don't let Izzo fool y'all. He don't eat watermelon. He don't eat seafood. He don't eat none of that.
Well, I mean, he's
So,
allergic
I
to
ain't got no
seafood, boy. You
choices.
can't.
I mean,
can't hold
you
that
can take
against him.
Claritin for that shit.
No, I think he got some serious
Nah,
stuff.
That's not how that works, though.
Yeah, I
Nah,
think he has some like a piece of shrimp.
That'd be more like an
tail touches him and he
EpiPen.
dies.
Epidural.
That'd be more like an EpiPen.
Epinephrine,
type
my bad.
situation.
Oh, that's funny.
Are y'all doing any random ass online shopping? Like
Yes.
probably
I literally never
Fuck.
shop online except for
I
I do my
haven't
groceries online. But I done hit Amazon up a few times, and
really. What are you buying though? What are you buying? Is it fitness stuff? Is it just random shit you don't
Blue
need?
Chew.
It's a little bit of everything, man. I bought stuff for I bought stuff for the pup because she needed some. Like I bought an elk antler for her to chew on, straight up. Now it's she loves it. It was
Yeah.
It was one of the best
It'll
things
last forever. Yeah.
for the dog. But man, I bought an elk antler for her. I mean, I bought stuff for the pool, for the house, for the gym. I mean,
Hey, Amazon Prime and drinking don't mix. I learned that shit yesterday.
I built a
garage
Nike
right now.
website while drinking and it didn't mix. Put it in the wrong address.
How you gonna?
Somebody got your shit.
yeah.
Oh shoot! I can't.
No,
remember
it went
you.
back. It went
Cancel.
back. I put in the wrong zip code.
Hey,
Put
don't
in the wrong zip
forget,
code.
I did that a couple of weeks ago on Best Buy's website. I shipped a monitor to my old address.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Damn.
but at least it's like I saw the delivery notification, and it said, we dropped it off. It was like 20 minutes went by, and I was like, Arlene, I'll be back.
I think.
Hey,
I gotta go talk to a man about a dog real quick.
I'd like to say one thing about the customer service or the retail industry. So, people, if you order something online and you call customer service, they have nothing to do with your delivery being late.
Right.
Stop cussing them out. It's not gonna help you at all.
Yeah.
People
I talked to
you
Amber
know.
the other day. I saw her at Publix, and she said she got cussed out 3 times by people who called her stupid because she didn't know her job because the delivery was going to be late.
I mean, but what were they ordering? I guess that's the question.
What? Yeah, is it essential? First,
Right.
is it essential? It's coming from
I
Best
didn't
Buy.
get my
Is
Switch.
it essential? It's not essential.
If it's not an appliance or a laptop for your job or something that deals with like,
Yo, we're
connected
talking
to your
about
job,
soccer
I really don't
moms.
care.
Well, see,
We're talking about
that's
soccer
what I
moms
was
who
hearing.
use one appliance. So
Well, see, this is what I've been hearing. When you do order things from like Amazon,
Dishwasher.
if it's not anything important, then you
Oh,
might
yeah.
get it
yeah,
in
a
like
month.
July.
you ain't
Yeah.
gonna get it.
Yeah, Amazon ain't playing.
They got
So they're not honoring the whole next day or anything anymore.
They
for
think, not right now.
y'all gotta.
Well, let me rephrase that. It
I
depends.
disagree.
It depends with
Amazon has been better. When it first started, it was horrible.
Yeah.
It was like a week out on a lot
Yeah,
of stuff.
but these
Now
are
it's gotten
special
better.
circumstances, though.
I ordered some stuff the other day that was supposed to get here a week and a half out, and they got here the next day.
Yeah, it depends on where the distribution
Oh, yeah.
center is
Yeah,
because
and
see,
I think we're right down the street, so I think
So,
it's easier for them to
it
get those.
depends.
Yeah, they can get somebody to run that shit down the street for you real quick. Hey Jeffrey, what you doing?
The
Run
UPS.
this motherfucker down the street real
Yeah.
quick. For me. Yeah, so I think I read something where it was like one of the most purchased items online right now with those Peloton bikes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can believe that.
That
'Cause I've
shit's
been
gonna
looking
be
for a bike.
fucking
'Cause
returned.
I want something.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
What kind of bike is it?
The Peloton bike with the ones they advertise on TV with the screen and you
Those
can
things like $2,000.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then I think you can like I think you subscribe to like a whatever the fuck they call what they call a trainer.
Trainer,
You
yeah.
subscribe to like
Where
a
they
trainer
fucking-
thing, and they get
yeah.
on there and they push you like live, like real time. They push you through your weight.
Yeah.
through your
Pedal,
steps.
you
Yeah.
pudgy bastard.
So-
I mean, probably.
It was actually the Peloton bike and that mirror thing. I don't know if y'all saw the mirror.
Oh, that mirror thing is cool.
I have
Yeah.
seen
Oh yeah, that's what
it's
you're talking about.
resistance though, and it's like it just seems like eventually, I mean, if you're doing it right, you'd build enough muscles that you'd have to run out of that. You know what I mean?
Hey, you know that
I mean, like, so think about it. You start your own home gym, right? And like a straight up power rack, and you purchase $300 worth of weight. eventually that $300 worth of 300 pounds worth of weight ain't gonna do nothing for you.
Well, you don't really have to lift heavy to.
No, just get in shape.
I feel you on that, but I'm saying eventually, if you're working your muscles the right way, then they are going to get strong. So if all you have is 2 resistant bands, and you can't increase those resistance bands, I mean, eventually your muscles, they're going to top out. You're going to peak.
Or you just change the workout,
right?
And put the muscle a different way, and then just work it a different way
with the same resistant bands.
I
don't feel you.
Or
I thought about
because you're working a different set of muscles or a different range of motion.
Don't buy that. Just don't buy it.
So if you're doing cable crossovers and you come straight here, right, that makes sense. And then so my muscles are used to that, so I change it up and I go down a little bit, maybe. But
you work in a different part of the muscle
on every single one of them.
Then you increase the reps. Burn.
There's nothing that's coming out of my mouth that makes sense. So don't listen to me.
No, I mean, I was talking to Brian.
Okay. Listen, you're either gonna leave quarantine in shape or fat.
Yeah.
Oh,
and that's not fat shaming. That's fat identifying. So,
and people are.
I mean, I agree with you. I feel you.
Increase the intensity will still allow enough stress on the muscle for it to grow.
What?
There you go.
Let's say
intensity.
Even if it doesn't, even if you don't get gains, if you walk out in shape, just get gains later. I mean, it's not a big problem. To me, it's not a big problem.
You're talking about just working out during the quarantine, but like when you buy that mirror thing, you're really investing in something.
I don't understand what the mirror thing is. I know it's supposed to measure BMI and all this stuff, and
it's got workouts in. Like I think isn't it basically like a Peloton, except it's a mirror?
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
It's TV. So just get a TV.
Right.
So you're just doing not X90. It's cross. You're just pretty much doing
Insanity.
Not P90X. The Insanity. You're pretty much doing Insanity in front of a mirror,
which I have been doing the last 3 days. And I forgot your muscles can hurt the way that my muscles hurt.
Insanity,
P90X, all that, it'll whip your ass.
Insanity, Asylum, that shit.
I hadn't done Asylum.
Asylum is for people on crack. I'm just saying.
I still need Chris to explain what he's trying to get at with it, increase the intensity.
You just do more.
Keep
going.
You do hit high intensity interval training. This high intensity interval training. Instead of just going to do a curl, you hit just twin curls, jump to another workout, jump back to the twin curls, do another workout, just back to back to back. You intense with your workout.
So maybe 15-second rest.
You're still gonna plateau. No matter how, you're still gonna plateau with the band. You're gonna plateau with anything.
I was going to say you're gonna plateau with anything. So it's like
that's my point. You're gonna plateau with anything.
It just depends on.
You're gonna plateau in a week or a month. You think you'll plateau in a month?
I'm not saying that, but that don't make sense though. Because you're not, if you go, unless you just have the disposable income like that, you're not going to invest in something like that mirror that Brian's talking about for a quarantine workout.
No, I wouldn't do that. I got a TV. I can put a DVD in.
Right.
So I don't know what.
That's my point. So if you go get the mirror thing, then that's something you're investing in because you think that's going to be a lifestyle change for you.
Right.
But that's a lot of money to put in something that you're gonna plateau on.
But you can say the same for that Peloton bike too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. You can get a bullshit bike at Goodwill and go on YouTube, and they got the little videos for the bicycling or cycling. Fuck, hey, that's free.
Hey man, there's a lot of free stuff that's out here for.
Yeah. That's another thing That's another thing that's selling out too. Bicycles, like you can't go to Walmart or Toys R Us, Walmart or any place like that to find a bicycle because people are buying all of the bikes. That's the new thing now.
Well, then find somebody slipping when the garage open and take it.
Hey man, that's another thing that Peter gonna be like. So let me ask you a question.
Who beat Cruising?
Did you talk about stealing people?
No.
So that man was one heart attack away and trying to get his life together, and you took it, and he died from a heart attack the next week.
If he was a heart attack away, he should have put that fucking Big Mac down last week.
That's what you gonna tell Peter?
That's what. Hey, Pete,
it
me and
Peter?
Pete
Oh,
gonna be
don't
drinking
judge
at the
me.
gates.
It is.
Peter.
If you've been paying attention to the people on y'all's list, it is very apparent who's going to come out of this quarantine in what shape.
Oh,
yeah.
you know what? Where the
I'm
IG
running out of
models at?
snacks.
I know that motherfucker's fat as shit right now.
Oh, they-
No, they on box spray. Trying to
That's
find
not
something.
fat shaming. That's fat identifying. That's all I'm saying.
oh my god. Yeah, but they're going crazy too because they ain't got nothing to do. They can't be all out in the malls
No.
and
Nope.
Oh
and
yeah.
on the boat with
Nope.
sheep.
I'll
So
tell
we
you what,
realize-
them thighs ain't corresponding to the ass. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, what?
Well,
Something's mismatched right now.
Sosa's toxic masculinity is spilling out.
Toxic masculinity.
Sosa
I got
finally
a question
some
on
alcohol
toxic
in him.
masculinity.
Go ahead.
So does
Oh,
that
yeah.
is that just for
This is about to be interesting.
heterosexual males? Because I know some lesbians that look like us, that talk the same way as us, but they're not masculine because they're not male. So
This is Sosa's
studs?
conversation. This is me putting it down.
I don't know.
I'm asking. I'm
I
asking.
am going. Well, how I'm going to do this? How I'm going to approach your? I'm going to try to talk about toxic masculinity in itself, and not the other stuff.
Okay, well, toxic masculinity to me is a STD, and I'm clean. So
What?
So you think?
Yeah, the funny thing
All
is,
right.
I saw this TikTok the other day where this dude posted his COVID-19 results, and it had negative. He said, "Look, I'm negative for COVID," but then it had every other STD positive.
At least he ain't got COVID.
He ain't got COVID.
nah, I
Yeah.
fuck with the
Joker gonna kill you with the HIV, but he ain't got the COVID.
Well, so go ahead. Answer your question again, Sosa, for the.
No,
toxic
I was
masculinity.
bullshitting because for me,
Okay.
toxic masculinity is something.
I didn't get to hear.
If you brought it up in the 80s,
Mhm.
I can go with that because in the 80s everything was wide open. Women were shit on. Gay people were shit on. Like, okay, if you did something that was metrosexual or considered less as a man, you were considered what? They said the F word. You know what I mean? They just called you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's to me, I would say in the 80s,
or pussy.
that's toxic masculinity. Now, y'all saw that dumbass tweet. The lady said, if a man doesn't have his jacket on in the middle of winter, that's toxic masculinity. Bitch, shut the fuck up. That just means he don't need the jacket right now. Or maybe his girlfriend, wife, or significant other has his jacket on.
Right.
I think the whole idea of defining what manhood is now has been confused a lot.
How? Because we and
well,
again,
the thing is, I still call it chivalry, but a lot of people call that toxic masculinity. So
they're stupid.
It's a separation, and it's
Wait,
a
what?
confusion
Hold on.
between what we're supposed to
Back that
do.
up, please.
Be honest with you, you hold the door for somebody. That's chivalry.
Right.
Well,
that's what
But somebody
that
who
is
believes
correct.
in the whole
That is
toxic
correct.
masculinity thing says, "No, you can't hold the door for me. That's you just being toxic right now. You're trying to hold me back."
How?
Wait,
How?
somebody says that?
Yes.
Yes,
You've heard it already?
that's-
Well,
no,
I
yeah.
would like to have a conversation with these people when I'm sober because I go left. I would drift left. I wouldn't go left. I would drift left.
I mean,
But
that's
just
like
dumb.
that's like the same version of holding the door for a young lady that you don't know and her saying something like, "I'm sorry, I got a boyfriend." It's like it's changed over time, right? It's like I don't care. I was just holding the door for you. I ain't trying
I'm
to take
just
you out.
going and I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Immediately.
I don't hold the door for nobody no more. Partly because of that, but the other, and I think I said this before, but partly because, so my wife, I'm not gonna treat her like I'm not gonna treat someone else like I treat my wife. I'm gonna hold the door for my wife. You better hurry up, or I'm gonna let this door slam on your face.
Hurtful, Sosa.
That's not how's that
That's
hurtful?
Oh,
You're
hey,
not
look,
supposed to
I
treat
don't
your
know.
significant other like you treat other motherfuckers.
We all part of
Women,
this
men,
community.
whatever.
I mean, I guess I feel you, but
I'm not a gentleman. First of all, I'm not a gentleman.
It kind of seems like
to be.
We're well aware. We're well aware.
But if you're with me, like my wife is, then you're good. But nah, fuck that. As far as toxic masculinity, suck my dick.
Well, there's your answer over there on the side, Jay.
Man. What's the
Jay,
answer?
You see your answer. Oh, you can't see it. I'm gonna put it up.
Holy hell!
I see.
There you go.
I mean, you really just put that on the screen, bro.
Hey, man, you just blocked me out completely.
No, put it up.
Hey, when I said range of motion, I swear to God, I was preaching.
No, you good, Chris. We'll address it. You asked the question,
Wait.
so we'll address it. It's cool.
Come back from the ACL.
I was like, where'd I go?
Good shit, man. Good knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
they took up the whole screen though.
Man. No, toxic masculinity, I get it, but
I get it at some point. Like
Harvey Weinstein was toxic masculinity. Harvey Weinstein was toxic.
Yeah, if I'm being a dick, then if I'm trying to make you look bad in front of other people because you're a woman, then of course that's toxic masculinity. Yeah. If I'm being nice, like if I'm holding the door, if I'm opening the door from a woman, which I heard that was toxic masculinity as well. If I'm doing anything to just be nice, chivalry, like I said, I don't see the harm in doing that. But of course, I'm not on that side to feel like I'm being.
So, and who are the type of people that are saying this? No, I'm asking seriously. Who are the type of people that are saying this? That's toxic masculinity.
They're single for one, I'm sure.
Right. So here's my thing, and I made a joke.
We're all being toxic right now, guys.
I made a joke.
That is toxic. It's funny as hell, but it's toxic.
I mean,
and by you laughing, you being toxic.
Don't see. I think people forget what the word toxic means.
Right. Well, yes. Go ahead.
Right. No, go ahead.
So, if it's just females saying it. And I made a joke earlier, but I was being serious. There are lesbians who take the male role.
Yeah.
And they do the same things that we would do. We would hold the door for our woman. That's what they would. I've seen it.
Real quick. By you thinking that there's a male role, no lie.
No.
So by you thinking that there's a male role, that is a part of toxic masculinity.
Really? But if you ask them that, they wouldn't say that.
Well, I think that depends on the relationship, though. Like you.
Well, and then you're right, because there are studs, stems, etc. So there's different. But if there's a stud and she does what we do, you can't say that.
Yeah, and I think that's the whole blurred. That's the whole blurred line to live in, right?
I'm just
when there's a man and there's a woman, then there's two different roles, and it's easy to determine who is who and who does what and whatever else, right?
I have too many friends of that persuasion where they'd be like, "Yo, y'all bitches need to shut the fuck up with that toxic masculinity."
Right, but I'll also say this. I've got friends of all sexual orientation, right? So I'll talk to some of them, and they just be like, "Y'all heterosexual people are stupid. Like the things y'all say, like make no damn sense." Like I got a gay homeboy. He'll say stuff like, "I'm the one." He'll say something like, "I'm really the woman personality, but my boyfriend's the one that takes it." And it's like, whoa, like this is some crazy stuff, like so you the woman personality, but
I'm looking at the people coming in, and Robin came in at like the worst time, so she's like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?
What are y'all doing?
What's going on?" Yep, I'm out.
Oh God.
So looking at this, right, it's seeming like toxic masculinity as a term is in relation to emotional expression. And talking about the dominant traits that men hold and how all of that works together in a societal space, right? So that's like, things like, sexual conquest, like that's something in the truest sense of the word that is toxic, because that is a behavior that promotes some sort of dominance over another gender, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk about people like Weinstein and that sort of stuff, that's definitely fits in that category. Doing something like you were saying, Brian, holding the door and saying that is toxic makes zero sense, because that is a gesture of just being like, "Hi, I'm opening the door for you."
You're basically saying, "Fuck the manners that you were raised with. This is what you're supposed to be like now." And in certain situations, the way people grew up is probably not all the way right.
Right.
Because there's some things that, just because it was okay when we were growing up is not okay now.
Agreed.
But manners is manners.
Right. It's just being nice. I will say, I do wonder how many folks that are saying like stuff like that is toxic are also okay with them paying for their own meal.
Right.
Well, there's that hypocrisy too. So.
I think this is really the conversation of, how easily offended people get. It's really what we're talking about. And who gives a fuck if you get offended, right? Like, if you get offended, it's not going to kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the end of your world because something offended you. Deal with that shit and move on. That's where we should be living, in my opinion. I mean, people say shit to me like, really? Right, so I got two options here. I punch you in the fucking face, or I say, all right, word, and move on about my life.
Right.
I think what people are trying to get across, the ones who believe in toxic masculinity and all that, is they don't think that there should be any action by the opposite sex to change my behavior or their behaviors. Does that make sense? Like,
you gotta
I shouldn't be able to tell somebody to smile. Like, we got a friend who likes to tell women, "Hey, smile."
Oh, you don't do that.
But
that is kind of
that's toxic. That's toxic.
You can't. No, what I'm saying is, you're not supposed to say that shit.
You're not supposed to say that. But they're taking it as a blanket thing, like nothing you do should affect my behavior or my direction. Which means opening the door for somebody would be changing my behavior or my direction, because now I'm doing something different because you open. Go ahead.
That's crazy, though, because every interaction you have with somebody changes your direction.
Right.
So that if you take that standpoint, there's literally no way that we can coexist or live.
Well, it shouldn't be, because that person is the opposite sex. And I'm with y'all. I think some of this stuff is just stupid, but it shouldn't be. You shouldn't do it because the other person is the opposite sex.
So
it's okay to open the door for another man, but it's not okay to open the door for another woman, for a woman. I'm sorry.
So I'll open the door for anybody if it don't matter, man, woman, old, young, child, whatever.
Yeah,
I'll open the door for anybody the first time. They don't speak after the second. I'm like, you getting this to your face.
I think they're looking at it as like, the reason you're opening the door for me is because you think the door is too heavy for me to do for myself.
I mean,
what the fuck?
So back to the opening the door thing, right? Back to the opening the door thing and somebody getting offended. So if I open the door for a woman and she takes this stance of toxic masculinity, and I mean, she should stand up for herself. She say, you know what, I can get my own door. Word.
Cool.
If there's
you should hold it for me now.
I offended you. Move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, word. I won't get it for you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
So they can't talk to me because half the shit I say will offend the fuck out of them.
And and it's a generational thing, because a younger woman might do that. But I've been in a situation where an older woman was walking behind me, and I opened the door and I looked behind me. She's like, "Oh, I know you're going to hold that door for me, gentleman."
Yeah.
That's definitely a generational thing.
Yeah, that's a completely generational thing, because the older women don't believe in all that non-chivalry mess. You better hold the door. You better put your jacket over.
Be on their phone and not pay you no attention when they walk.
Exactly. You better put your jacket over a mud puddle. All that.
Too many times.
What running? The cell phone thing.
Yeah, they on their cell phone. They just run through the door, don't say a word, don't even look up at you. I'm like, okay.
It's an empty feeling when they do that too. It's like they just dropped you off a cliff, because you need that thank you. That gratitude for doing it is needed.
I don't say you're welcome. What? I go, no problem.
If I don't get some sort of acknowledgement out of it, I'm liable to pull them back Close the door.
Hey,
I'll
you're in
say
jail.
something slick like, yeah, the word you're looking for is thank you, and I'm gonna say you're welcome, and I'll go on about my business. Yeah,
You do that to the wrong chick. Some of them chicks waiting for that moment so they can just go off on you in public, and I can't deal with somebody talking to me like
I'm
that.
gonna be like, you feel better now? Look like a jackass in front of everybody.
If they go off on me on something like that, I'm laughing as I'm walking away. You're not hurting my feelings.
That shit kills me. I'ma cuss this motherfucker out. Bitch, I've been cussed out. What you gonna do new?
Right.
Do something new.
Like, please upgrade.
I mean, do something that ain't been done to me.
That's
no
right.
homo.
Robin, like, all y'all drunk? Bro. Oh my god.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. There are men that practice this towards their daughters and don't consider potential harm, but does it because it's a daughter?
Practice what part? What you mean?
There are men that practice this towards their daughters and don't consider potential harm. What do you mean? Practice the chivalry stuff?
Holy shit!
Yeah,
I
like
can't read.
if you do this to your daughter, does it hold her back? I think is what she's saying. Like, does it? You know what I'm saying?
I would tell my daughter
do bad all by herself.
I would tell my daughter that man better hold that door. He better go open that car door. He better put his jacket over a mud puddle.
Okay,
all that shit.
Robin, that's a good segue because we just had this issue in my household.
Oh yeah,
about 2 weeks ago.
Turn up.
Scoop, scoop.
So
go ahead, explain your. Okay, go ahead.
So let's just say this. I was born in 75, so I'm 44. So
damn, you old.
Fuck you.
Dang, hey, you ain't gotta lie, man. We don't know you was 84.
You know what?
Go ahead.
You know what? Jesus has delivered me because I used to say "fuck your mother," but I don't say that shit no more.
Hey,
so,
golly.
You can't say something about my mom when she in heaven.
How
that make you feel?
Okay,
so go ahead.
We'll talk offline about what I used to say. Anyway, so
oh my god.
we were raised a certain way, and I hate to sound like that racist old white dude saying, well, we used to say N-word all the time, but that's how but that's what it is, but that's what it sounds like when I say this. Because I say if I was raised like this, the same old white motherfucker say, well, we were raised like this and it was okay to say. No, it's not okay, but this is how we were raised with manners. And to us, manners was open a door, stand up when you're shaking another man's hand, you stand up.
Absolutely.
You know, it's shit like that. So
I know that.
You know what I mean? So there were clear gender roles.
You shake my finger, you won't get cross.
I'm just saying. you hold. Listen, I'm 5'4". I got big ass hands for 5'4".
You short.
Yeah, you old and short. You are 80.
You know what?
God damn it,
listen. So let's get through this because I'm drunk. So
me too.
My point is, there were clear gender roles. 70s, 80s, 90s. It started to break apart. 90s, it was like, okay, whoever gets home first cooks for the kids. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Started breaking apart.
Whatever. Depending on who you are.
Maybe late 90s.
My daughter's boyfriend came over about 2 weeks ago. My daughter's 19, so she's pretty much out of the house. Her boyfriend isn't like, because still my daughter. What the fuck, man? You gonna kick your daughter out and get the fuck out?
No, that's a joke.
I mean, some families do that though.
Yeah, but I'm not Spanish families don't. So I can't speak for nobody else. Anyway,
but your daughter's biracial.
I don't. Hey, what the fuck is I'm trying to stay on the train.
This man trying to maintain his composure. Let him
the train is what
I stopped now.
Jesus Christ, where was I? Okay, so they came over. Anyway, so he's chilling. He's outside with her, but he's chilling. She wanted to cook. Okay, she wanted to cook, but she wanted to be on the grill. I was like, and it was one of those telework. I had to work from home, but I wanted to go downstairs to make sure she didn't blow the fucking house out. So it's like, all right, I'll turn the grill on for you. Do you need anything else? She said no. I was like, at that point, I stopped working. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna at least be downstairs to keep an eye on you, because I'm supposed to be on the grill. In my mind, in my heart, in my soul, whatever. Mm-hmm. But she wanted to do it. Fine, I got you. The boyfriend is just sitting there like this. She's on the grill. She's manning the grill like she been the grill master, whatever. Mm-hmm. She fucked up the chicken, but she was a rookie. It's okay. Daddy was there to help, whatever. He didn't do shit. He didn't bring plate out to put the chicken on. He didn't brush the fucking barbecue on. He didn't smoke the shit. He didn't put the pebbles in the wood chips in it. He didn't do nothing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
So he a bum.
So, I remember we talked about it that day. Y'all were like, give him a chance.
That's what I was getting. All right, that's what I was getting to. All right, go for it.
I never.
Wait a minute. Wait, Sosa. Rich, your voice is doing this thing again.
Say what?
Rich's voice.
I'm dying over here.
His voice.
I thought I was high when I
thought I was drunk as fuck.
He'll be back. But anyway,
I thought I was spazzing.
Okay, so
I'm crying over here.
So the dude is not 19. He's a little older than 19. He's about 20, 21. Anyway,
okay.
She did everything, and I remember that conversation because Rich was like, "I cook in my house. Does that mean my wife ain't shit?"
Say that.
No, we never said that. All we said is 90% of the population in the United States is male. They grill. That's all we said.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can cook in the kitchen. Al Pacino said that shit. The best chefs in the world are men. Remember, Donnie Brasco.
Right.
Of course, that didn't age well because. Fuck.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yes, sir.
Where'd you learn how to grill?
Where?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, who taught you how to grill?
My father.
All right. So, do we know this young man's history? Is it possible?
No. So, and I was getting to that because I'm drunk, and so I go around the world.
But real quick, Sosa never said the grilling part. Just open in any sort of way.
That's fair. That is absolutely fair.
So, his father was a piece of shit. Was never there. So you have to give them that, but they can't lean on that excuse because that's anything. Because if you be like, "What kind of man are you?" Well, I didn't have a father in my life. That's not a fucking excuse no more.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a circumstance.
You've seen movies,
Marcus back.
watch TVs. Nobody cares if Marcus is back. You've seen all of this shit. You've seen men around your life. You know it as a person, as a human being. If you haven't been around another human being, you know what a human being's supposed to act like.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear. I don't know how to
temperament.
do accounting because I've never been around an accountant. Bitch, take an accounting class.
So
You've been around men. You've been around women.
Hang up.
I got one more
Hang
question.
up with this guy. Well, your hang up with this guy is not because he didn't grill, because like I said, my girl grilled.
That's what I'm going to get to.
So-
right.
Your problem
here's-
is he didn't do anything.
He didn't do. Listen, I told my wife last night.
That's what I'm going to get to. Yeah.
I can't sit still. If you're up cleaning, I can't sit down. So if I want to relax, you need to sit down.
Right.
If
Oh
you're
my
cleaning,
God, I'm laughing
guess
to
who's
that.
cleaning with you?
Right.
And matter of
He
fact,
is.
hey, and I'm gonna go around to all the room. Come outside, mommy's cleaning. We're fucking cleaning because that's how I was raised.
Right.
Oh, you.
Right, wrong, indifferent.
No, you're right.
Who the
You're
fuck
right.
cares?
No, you're right.
If
so
my
let's-
wife is up doing something like my mother, because my mother used to fuck me up if I didn't get up and fucking clean. My wife, I'm not gonna make my wife fuck me up, but I'm gonna get up with my wife.
I mean, she might.
Now,
I
is
don't
that
know.
No,
and the funny thing is, my father, they say, well, cleaning is fucking gender, specific. No, the fuck is not, because my father would be up cleaning too.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah. See that?
One more question for you.
Yes, I'm slurring. Suck my dick.
What?
I'm done.
Golly. I didn't even see that comment. I was like, I didn't even say nothing about slurring. Damn. All right. So one more thing. Do you think that he was intimidated by you?
No, because he knows me.
See, go ahead, Sosa.
So this is the first guy my daughter bought home.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It's milestone.
That's pretty big.
It's not my business to tell, but no, I'm not gonna say it. So it's not my business to tell.
Save that for after the show.
No, it's not my business to tell. But it's the first dude my daughter. So apparently, I have a reputation around the kids in the school. He's the crazy white guy because these dumbass kids have never been out of South Carolina, so they've never seen a Spanish person. Apparently, fucking dumbass kids.
Oh, you're white.
Apparently, I'm fucking white to these dumb motherfuckers. Hey,
you're from South America.
I mean, you and I ain't too far off on skin tone.
No, the fuck we ain't. We're a little bit different.
When summer hits and I got a tan, we about the same.
If I smack you, you're splotchy. If you smack me, I'm like brown. So, just saying.
Oh my God.
I don't even know how to take that shit just now. That was funny.
Yo, he ain't
too supposed to read that. That was funny.
Yeah.
See that? So okay, let me clarify. So I'm with Marcus where he says light-skinned dudes can't grill because I've never seen a light-skinned dude that can grill. We don't count because that's y'all community. We're in a different community, so we can grill. But but he's not that light-skinned. He's kind of brown. He's brown skinned.
So color of your skin don't mean you can't grill it.
I know, but Marcus is stupid, so we gotta kind of, we gotta kind of entertain him.
It's funny.
But anyway,
no, we're just saying, like, Sosa, like to Brian's point, most of it sounds more like because my man, regardless if he grilled, regardless of what he did or was not able to do,
something.
It was the fact that he sat down the entire time, and that I would say is the problem. Because like, for example, because like I said, in our house, I'm the primary cook, but at the same time, it's like, when it comes time to actually do the dishes and all that, that's the other side of it. And she takes care of that part, right?
That's
so
fine.
It's like there's a balance there. But if you're telling me like she's doing everything, and then man just
that's what kills me. This dude's just so. From what I understand, his mother's a single parent. Mm-hmm. You watched your mother since you're a little kid struggle trying to run the house by herself, and you didn't fucking help her. I had two parents in the house. My father, and I'm not saying my father's the greatest fucking husband. They love each other, whatever. But I know, like, Papi, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck, man? Like, I don't even know what it is. I'd be like, yo, what the fuck, man? But now
so it's like your father, chill.
Hey, but everybody has flaws. I have flaws. Shit, I'm fucking drunk right now.
We're well aware.
On a school night, I'm drunk. Anyway, so
to your point, though, if you grew up with a single mom,
if you were single mom and you watched her struggle. Now, as kids, we were all stupid. We didn't want to help out. We didn't want to do shit, whatever. But now you're an adult.
Well,
you're gonna let my daughter God forbid, wake up in the middle of the night after a natural pregnancy, a natural labor, a C-section, whatever, change diapers, I'm gonna fuck you up, dude. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Well, I think what it is I don't know if this is a generational thing. I know when I was growing up with me and my brothers, if there was work to be done, nobody was sitting around not doing anything.
Right.
Absolutely.
You had to get up and do something.
And that's not northern. That's not southern.
My mom and my stepdad owned a cleaning business. If I sat around during the summer not doing anything, get on the truck. Let's go.
Right.
And I think a lot of the parents these days with the 19, 20-year-old kids are the ones we went to school with.
Right.
Okay.
You're right.
So they raised their kids like diamonds, like they couldn't do anything to hurt or that they were their babies. They coddled these kids. They were doll babies. So the kids grow up without that extra little seasoning in their upbringing that we had. So, and that's what happened. He didn't see anything wrong with it. I would have been dying if I was sitting around doing stuff, not doing anything, and everybody else was working. I would
have felt weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to. So I wasn't saying that the way you was feeling was wrong by any means. I was just trying to get the understanding of who this gentleman was before I gave my opinion, right? But the point of it is, I mean, I feel you. Everything that you looked at, you said he ain't the one for my daughter. And the reason he ain't the one for my daughter is because he ain't going to be the one to help change diapers after their first child. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be laying around chilling.
And I want to clarify, I like this dude. The first time I met him,
something he needs to work on.
Manners. He wasn't like, "What's up, yo?" No, sir. How you doing? Shook my hand.
That was Sosa.
So is it up to? I'm asking all y'all, but Sosa, is it your place to pull the dude to the side and say, "Hey, you know, I saw you not doing anything. I hope this is how you're going to conduct yourself with my daughter."
I was going to ask that.
It is, but at that moment, I was sober like 20 days. So I was on edge.
He was going to love my man.
Wasn't in the right frame of mind to be like, because I would have grabbed, "Hey, motherfucker, what is wrong?"
He was going to take
it
that man's
wasn't
soul.
the right. Yeah, right. It wasn't the right thing. Why is your first time? It's not my first time meeting this guy. I said it's the first time he brought him over. I've been met him, but he's never been in the house for an extended period of time. That was the difference. You know what I mean?
Right. I think
and Jason, you got a beautiful baby girl, and all I'm gonna say is you at some point when something like this happens, take a step back, because your first instinct is gonna be like, grab the dude by his fucking collar.
Right.
What the fuck? And I can't lift nobody off their feet, but you can. Because we've heard the stories.
But calm down.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like you got to take this step back, and not just. I mean, even with boys, you got to actually guide them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I tell my son, you're gonna be a man.
Right.
At one point, you're gonna be a fucking man. So you know, no, I gotta talk to him like that, because
one, when it comes to your daughter, you probably could lift somebody off their feet if you needed to. All right. And then two, I think for me, listening to and I'm just coming, this is the first time I'm hearing it, right? So I'm newbie to this.
Oh, that's right.
I think at some point you need to pull him aside. Obviously not in that moment, but now that the moment is past, you need to pull him aside and say, "Hey, look, I just want to know what kind of man you're gonna be with my woman."
Oh, I can do it now because I've been drinking.
Well, I mean, that probably still ain't the best. So I mean, 1 or 2 drinks, but you got a little buzz, you might want to lay off.
You need because the first word is gonna come out your mouth is, "Hey, motherfucker." And that's the whole dynamic of the
conversation. You know, it's just.
But yeah, I understand. Go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry.
The funny thing is, you can't raise. Our grandparents couldn't raise our parents in their era. They had to raise the kids you know what I mean? So I can't raise my kids the way I raised in the 80s, because 80s was fucked up. If you don't know, 80s was, it's okay to say the F word, the N word. Apparently it was okay to rape women. Fucking Harry White thing, bitch ass. You know, it was like, it was okay to say and do shit.
The 80s was a
80s did not age well at all.
Yeah. But unfortunately, all that shit that happened in the 80s was necessary to get where we are now.
Was it really? I don't.
That shit had to happen. Yeah, a lot of that shit
happened. Okay, I'm not gonna argue that. I'm not even. We're fucking an hour, 19 minutes in, so I'm not gonna talk about it. But I can't raise my kids the way my parents raised me, because in the 80s, there was no such thing as child abuse. Those words didn't go together. It was either child, shut the fuck up, or drug abuse. It wasn't together.
Yeah.
So now there's child abuse. So if I reach back and smack the shit out of my son, who's 16, it's still child abuse, motherfucker. You going to jail. Yep. There's no bond for that.
I think your kid's almost an adult now. 16, you said?
My son, yeah, my son's 16.
Yeah. Damn.
So you ain't lying. So is Zach now more than ever? I think we have a way out. I can't. I don't know. Do y'all think that this world is more Jack now more than ever?
No, by no means.
If you were raised in the 80s, or if you remember the 80s at all, some of the shit that was just on screen, just in the movies, you'd be like,
"Oh, okay.
Are you fucking? They let this shit go?"
Yeah, like if you think about
Revenge of the Nerds.
I was gonna say Revenge of the Nerds. That was my one.
Just watch Revenge of the Nerds. Oh my god.
We've got Bush. I remember that part.
Yeah. Right.
I'm just saying.
I love that movie.
I don't think it's worse now than it was. I'm not saying it's better.
We got a different set of
it's not worse
issues going on right now. Yeah.
More people have a voice.
I think that's
Marcus.
true.
You know the funny thing about Marcus? He was the one talking shit the whole fucking conversation. And now he wants to come back and act like the nice guy.
Y'all know y'all trolling each other.
Yeah. I mean, I think all the kid would have had to do is jump up and say, look, I don't know much about grilling. Can I learn? Or what can I do to help in other ways?
Can I get a pan for you? So who got all right? So
I was gonna say that's
who went in and got the raw meat, brought it back out, who took the cooked meat in and emptied the pan out. See?
And then I help my daughter. It's my house. So of course I help my daughter.
Right. My other question is, what did she say to him? Did she say, look, I don't want any help. I want to do this for you?
Listen. So just like any person, if you're a good person, if you're a good significant other, you're not going to complain about your significant other to your parents. Okay. Because if she complained about him to me, that's a wrap.
Oh, that's lasting stuff. Yeah, that's lasting stuff.
If I used to talk shit about my ex-wife because she wasn't shit to my parents. So from then on, she wasn't shit to my parents.
Right.
Now, and I learned this the other day. If I want to speak something bad about my wife, I'm going to go to her mother because you raised her. Help me out. You know what I mean? But you ain't supposed to come to another man's house, start touching stuff.
I wasn't questioning her coming to you about it. I was saying, what did she say to him?
I don't know. Right. No, I'm sorry. I'm drunk. I agree. I don't know. Because the reason I said that is because I don't know what she said because I didn't want to ask her because I knew if I did and there was something wrong, she wouldn't tell me the truth.
Right.
So, and that's okay, but because I understand.
One of the reasons I'm asking that is it could have easily been her. It could have been her trying to prove herself to him. You see what I'm saying?
I get it.
Like this is her treat to him. This is something I want to do. You see what I'm saying?
I get it.
You gotta be like, I know you're doing this for me, babe. You want me to go in and get the dish?
Listen, you gotta do. Listen,
something.
Look. Brian over here trying to make sure he locks his down with comments like that.
I don't give a fuck about. I don't care about your gender, your preference, nothing. If somebody's up doing something for you,
get your ass up.
Get up and help.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't care if it's 2 men, 2 women, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Joe Exotic.
Get up and help the fuck. Joe, don't give me
big Carol Baskins.
Hey, that bitch did that shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
I don't even know what that means,
expecting his masculinity to show up and meet you. But we all have that lingering back there. We all have what lingering back there? masculinity. I don't.
Subconscious.
Miss Robin, I'm drunk, so please
show up and meet your daughter halfway. Nothing wrong with it.
I'm reading every other word right now. We all have so, and part of being a parent is you're gonna fuck up. I think I'm gonna answer Miss Robin's question. You're gonna fuck up.
I think
it's gonna happen. No, it's gonna happen. You're gonna fuck up as a parent.
It's in here somewhere.
But the intent, your intent, at least make your intent genuine.
Right.
And if your intent is to show your 16-year-old son, hey, you're gonna be a man, even though 10 years from now, being a man is gonna be a different definition.
Right.
They won't have a definition
because right now holding the door for someone is toxic. I know you're. I can't read all that.
No dude coming in the house. He go say something so we can get the treatment.
No dude coming up. Right. I agree with Marcus.
I'm not drinking, Robin.
My thing is, we're all gonna do something.
I ain't drunk.
You have to fight against the way you were raised to raise your kids for that era.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But you're still gonna fuck up because you can't help 20 years of habits.
I understand that things change and people evolve. Some things should have just kept being passed on.
She's not on the toxic masculinity train.
Oh my God, I'm done.
She's on the silver. Damn, maybe I am drunk. Chivalry train.
God damn it.
Oh my God.
Some things should have been passed on. Like, I honestly think you probably need to talk to that dude.
Marcus, if you don't know how old my daughter is, just delete yourself from anything regarding me.
We not even cool.
I know numbers. Then why the fuck you don't know my daughter's age, motherfucker?
She's gonna explain.
I'm good with numbers.
Yeah, so
I work supervisor.
I've been felt it, man. Look, hey, I'm right here.
Oh man,
right here.
Oh, no.
He's 19, stupid.
Oh man,
Chacho, I don't know what more I got to say.
Well, the thing when you were talking about not coming to you and complaining about dude, I think kids know that like boyfriends and girlfriends are very temporary. And once you complain to your parents about a boyfriend or a girlfriend, they're gonna hit you with that common sense, like, okay, get rid of them.
Listen, Brian, do you remember your first girl? Do you remember any of your girlfriends in high school?
Yes.
Or were you banging all of them?
No.
Oh, okay. So in high school,
sorry, Keisha.
Hey, Keisha.
Oh man.
Anyway,
go ahead.
So everybody in high school had somebody that was like, "Oh, we're gonna be together through college." No, you're gonna go to one school, you're gonna go to another school. That's a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you fucking everybody on the floor or she's fucking everybody on the floor, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
The high school relationships are so fragile. It's not even a whole we going to different college thing. It's like, we got a long weekend. We might not make it.
I mean,
so
I
got
through high school and college. Same chick.
I feel sorry for you.
Nah, man.
No, I really do. Wow. Anyway, I don't
understand why you feel sorry for me.
We'll talk later. We'll talk later. Anyway, so
I came out fresh with no STDs and a lot of sexual fun. So I mean, I don't know what the problem is.
Oh, you're gonna keep talking. Brian's over here saying sorry, Keisha. Jason's still fucking running. Hey, fuck it. I did all of this shit.
Probably history. That's why lie about it. You know what I mean,
I'm just saying. Yeah. Anyway, my point is,
won't have questions about anything in my past. I tell her
since let's say 20 years old, every single one of us have at least more than 3 girlfriends.
No,
I'm just saying, girlfriend. Hey, if y'all don't know, Izzo lying his ass off.
I don't know, man.
When motherfuckers come in and say, where the holes at? They talking to Izzo.
Yeah, but that ain't girlfriends though. Like that ain't girlfriend is out. We locked down, committed to some degree.
So my point is, you've
That was
had
weird,
different
sis.
people with. You've been with different people since high school, more than 3 at least. These kids coming out of high school and first year in college, they don't know that. They'll be like, "This is it."
Yeah.
No, it's not. But they don't. You can't tell them that.
I usually say kids can't see past the end of their nose. Because that
Ooh,
few,
so
that
you're mean.
Bars.
I'm not being mean. It's the
That's-
truth. They think
that's
everything
terrible.
is right there. They
But
think
you can't
everything has to happen
tell them that.
right then.
You can't
Yeah.
tell them that.
I can't
Because-
tell them that they're being
No,
I mean,
I told my daughter that, and she be
you
like,
can tell them. It just depends
Daddy's
on how
a
you want
hater.
them to receive it.
"Daddy's just old."
And this is why you have spring breakers going down to Miami.
Getting STDs.
Right.
He said I was about to say something about it. Oh shit! All right. Did anybody have any? Did we help you, Sosa?
Nobody helped me. Not one of you motherfuckers helped me.
I tried to. I told you to. Since it's past the fact, you pull them aside and you say, "Look,
Yeah, I'm
what
saying.
kind of man you gonna be
No,
for my
that's
daughter?
cool.
And this is what
That's
I would have
cool.
expected you to do as a man, especially
Yeah,
when my
you
daughter
nip it in
cooking
the
for you
bud
for the
now.
first time."
Nip it in the bud now.
Y'all don't
Because
understand.
what's going to happen, we understand, but what's going to happen is he's going to let 2 or 3 of these things pass and not do shit, and then he's going to think that's his role.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to go ahead and have the conversation with him now. What'll happen, 2 things going to happen. He's going to take your advice, change, and everything's going to be gravy, or he's going to respond negatively, not to you, but to your girl, and she's going to have to make a decision between him and you, and she's going to choose you.
She's
Or
not gonna choose me.
or
Yo,
he
my
gonna
kids
respond
don't like
negatively towards you, and
Let's
you
be
just gonna
honest.
cross his ass and keep it moving.
Listen, my kids probably gonna see these podcasts in 10 years and be like, "Daddy, no." My kids don't like me. They love me.
That's a lie.
They don't like me.
That's a
There's a difference. No, there's a difference. Did you like your parents at 19, 20 years old when they was trying to tell you the right thing to do, and you was like, "I know everything.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up."
My
No,
pop-
my kids don't like me at all. They
my
love
pop
me.
just showed me all the wrong things to do, so I made sure to do the right shit.
Hey, so to that
Jason was like an extra on Ozark. Like Jason, for real. If we put Ozark,
I was about to
And
say
Breaking
the
Bad
people
here-
on Ozark are very different, if I know what I'm saying.
why am I sweating?
Very messy.
Hey, Sosa, to your point, one of my professors said something like in my senior semester, they said your parents get real stupid at 15 or real smart at 22.
You know what's the fucked up thing about it? My parents didn't get
Ooh.
smart till I was 26. So that means you can't say the R word either. Jesus Christ, what can you
just
say
slow,
nowadays?
man? It's all right.
Yeah, I'm half
Yeah.
that.
Slow, half slow,
Okay,
half
slow.
slower.
I'm like radio. I'm half radio.
Yo, all right.
All right.
Can I say
And with
that?
that note,
I can't say radio?
if you want to listen
It's a different R word.
yeah. If you want to re-listen to this podcast, it is up on YouTube. We got the audio going up on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, and
Hey, rest in
Spotify.
peace, radio. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
yeah.
Sorry,
Marcus-
man. We
Marcus
talking
like, I
about
was right.
laughing at this fool.
But,
Marcus is so right. Marcus told you
Oh,
how
he
to
was right.
cut this shit down.
yeah, he said he was gonna do it.
He
But,
knows, he knows
anyway,
Sosa too much.
The bad thing is, I don't know I'm doing it till I do it, and then it's a surprise to me too. Okay.
we will be here
This is
again
why we
next.
tell Sosa stuff well
Please.
after the fact, so he don't say it in public.
Hopefully, we have some good news next Monday. Like maybe some bans been
We
lifted.
won't.
or-
It will.
Oh, nah, man.
If the
This is
ban's
all-
lifted next Monday, we're all gonna die.
Hey, man.
No, we not saying that, but
Hey,
behind
hey,
the
bro.
scene, like, before
This is all we're looking at August now. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Man,
They
Gretzky
actually
bad
said
enough
there
every
won't be
time.
Hey,
any.
man, if people stop being dumb, if they just stay there,
They said
I'm
they actually said there won't be any concerts or sporting events until
2021.
fall 2021.
That's okay.
Nah, I don't believe
Fuck football.
That. Yeah.
The
no,
NFL
already playing.
No. See, that's
no,
where we.
listen,
That's where
I
we
love
differ,
football,
brother.
but I give a fuck about the owners.
I don't believe that.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
There's too much money on the line. America lives behind that football. Roger Goodell gonna get it done, even if it's unethical. They gonna get it done.
Yeah, they're gonna get it done. I mean, the only way they could do it, they may. The only thing that I think they could do is they have to do like the WWE
and why it's fucked up.
Just have the games.
Where'd you go, Robert?
Yo, Vegas will fall apart if there is no football.
No, man, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Something will happen.
Nobody's making money there now.
I tell you what, they'll fucking. Hey, you remember the old Dave Chappelle World Series of dice rolling? They'll fucking make bets on that shit.
I'm just saying,
Marcus, kiss my ass and go to sleep. You lucky, isn't it? It's been past his bedtime.
I mean, y'all did go to the Super Bowl.
He working from home. He don't care.
Rex Grossman
working from home. He got a putting station set up.
Anyway, you guys keep it up, D. We'll be back here next Monday around 10 o'clock. Hopefully, we'll have some more topics for you. Thank you so much for allowing us to keep y'all company. Goodbye.
Adios.
Not peace.